legalization. And according to a new poll from Forum Research that found that 59% support the new Liberal government's stance on legalizing, taxing, and regulating cannabis for adult use, the model that Canadians approve of the most is the same model that just got destroyed in Ohio. Majority, 57%, preferred a system where the Canadian government only licenses large corporate growers compared to 33% who prefer some other kind of system. Of course, such a system was proposed last week to voters in the U.S. state of Ohio. In that state's issue 3, which was defeated with just 36% support, the state constitution would have designated just 10 pre-owned plots of land for commercial growing, where a handful of large corporations would supply marijuana to over 1,000 independent retail marijuana outlets. The Canadians who supported large corporate grows are dominated by those who prefer an even tighter system than what Ohio proposed. So basically, what was just rejected is not good enough in Ohio. 57% of Canadians are all for a system where the Canadian government only licensed large corporate growers. Just what Ohio would have been. But, you know, people didn't like it. It wasn't good enough. Issue 3 wasn't good enough. What am I going to say? It's the last story from thinkprogress.org. By the way, I'm coming up with the Ask Stoner Jesus on Periscope. Follow us at Stoner Jesus 420 on Periscope if you have the Periscope app. We'll be live there. You can ask your questions if you have the app. The link will go up on Stoner Jesus 420 on Twitter. If you're on the web, you can click that and be able to see and hear what's going on. Of course, the audio will also be on the podcast. A little cross promotion, you know, that kind of thing. Cross promotion. That's what I'm, you know, that's the word. I'm searching for another word. That's the word I'm looking for. Last story from thinkprogress.org. Why aren't more candidates listening to veterans on medical marijuana? It's a story about this, about, you know, veteran, obviously, who needs medical marijuana, about all the veterans that are committing suicide. Also, interestingly enough, this has an exchange with Chris Christie, who's not the most friendly guy when it comes to the cannabis, the weed, if you will. And with this advocate, where the hell's her name at? God damn it. I don't know. Here we go. Gulf War veteran Shelley Van Winkle. Get that in a second. Whoops. Here we go. See, this is Stoner Jesus Show. Who would it be?
Yo, man, it's Joe Destruction. How you doing?
Joe Destruction, what's up, man?
It's been too long. I feel like I've strayed away from the flock and
indeed it has.
Shit like that.
What the fuck happened to you, man?
I went to Sin City for 2 weeks, and he turned me into a devil worshiper,
Holy
man.
Shit.
But I just wanted, I'm sorry to interrupt weed news, but I just wanted to bitch about the dickhead at the DEA and this asshole in Ohio, because you were exactly right. First of all his issues that he's talking about have nothing to do with pot. There's no such thing as a cannabis addict. It's not physically possible. Sure, mentally, anybody could get addicted to chocolate or anything. And then the guy from the DEA is an asshole, too, because as someone who still has ongoing issues with cancer, I can tell you for a fucking fact that it's a medicine. Not only treats symptoms, but we're seeing more and more evidence of, you know, working against certain cancers, and Rick Simpson and all these different, Tommy Chong, all these different people. I mean, the fucking proof is there if the asshole would take the time to look at it. But
absolutely,
as you wisely pointed out, Almighty Lord, he, you know, self-interest, they don't want it to be legal because they make too much money off of stealing everybody's shit.
Indeed.
It's all about asset forfeiture and all that bullshit.
Yeah, the big fucking budgets.
But, you know, I got an ongoing problem with cancer in my lungs, and if it gets worse, I'm going to go the fuck out to Colorado. I got relatives there. I got relatives in Nevada. I got relatives in California. Fuck it, man.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know, what else you got to lose? I mean, I don't understand how they can deny people that have, you know, basically essentially a terminal illness any option. I don't care if it's fucking heroin if it worked, you know.
Yeah. It's fucking incredible.
fucking idiots. But anyway, I just wanted to bitch because, I do that once in a while.
Word.
And I wanted to say I'm glad you're on Cannabis Radio. Great network. And glad you're back live and all that stuff.
Fucking A.
I'll be listening, brother.
Word. Thanks, Joe.
Rock and roll.
Yeah. Joe Destruction. Checking in. It's incredible. There's no logic to it. That's the thing. You can analyze it all you want. There's just no logic to it. It just needs to be defeated. That type of thinking. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Gulf War veteran Shelley Van Winkle, who's also a registered cannabis nurse, has been grilling GOP candidates on their views on medical marijuana. In a tense exchange with New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, Van Winkle pointed out that the system he supports will leave medical marijuana doctors and patients vulnerable to federal crackdown. Apparently this is the exchange right here. It's over 4 minutes. I ain't got time for that shit, but let's see what we can... I'm sure the audio sucks as well. We'll see what we can get.
So I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Shelley Van Winkle, and I am a registered nurse. I'm a veteran of the United States Army, the First Gulf War, which, I will be honest with you, I wish we wouldn't have just been 100 hours, that we should have finished what we started. I'm a certified cannabis nurse. But my approach is, I'm not for recreational. I do want to make that clear. I agree with you on so many things there. But I am here to say that the science and the medicine and the research needs to happen. My question...
By the way, I don't want to, fucking downgrade what this woman's saying, because I agree with her on medical marijuana. But the fucking medical marijuana people that say, I agree with you, there shouldn't be recreational. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. You're doing what they're doing. You're telling people that they don't have a right to do something in their own home that does not affect the rights of anyone else. You're part of the problem. When you say, oh, I agree with you on recreational, fuck those people. No, fuck you. Don't fucking presume to tell other people what they should do in the privacy of their own home. That's what's being told by to you, and you're so pissed off about it. But yeah, you turn around and do it to other people.
Question for you has to do with states' rights and federalism, and as an executive, what you would do so that when we have 40 states, so they have all this patchwork of all these different medicinal cannabis laws, and they're not meshing up. One state has this law, and this state has this law, and then in this state we just have CBD, just a decrim law.
Right, get at the point.
Nobody's communicating. And we have parents that are going from one state to the next state, and we have babies that are 4 years old that are criminals under federal law. If you're the president, what could you do administratively and as an executive?
He should be like, look, bitch, wrap it up. I'm fucking starving.
To fix this mess as a leader, what could you do?
Listen, as president, I'm going to enforce the federal law. Now,
cannabis needs to come out of Schedule 1.
Well,
so
listen, that's your opinion, and I don't agree. Listen,
research.
I don't. That's your opinion, and I don't agree with it. Okay, and I've made that really clear, which I'm sure one of the reasons.
Medicine, sir.
Listen, that's your opinion. Well, I understand that you believe it's the truth, and
many studies to back it up.
I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it. Now, there are limited instances in my state where we allow folks to use marijuana for medical purposes, but it is a medical program. And it is for only certain specific diseases. You have to get a doctor to be able to write a prescription for it. Those doctors have to be registered with the state. We have to monitor what they're doing.
Okay, I'm done with that. I'm fucking done with that. Another classic tactic, saying that something is a fact is indeed someone's opinion and that he disagrees with it. Because you can't say, well, I disagree with your facts. You have to make it an opinion and then say, oh, I disagree with your opinion. Fucking Christ. Man, I'm running out of time. These hours go by quick. I got to set up Ask Stern Jesus on Periscope. Oh, man. So we'll take a break, and I'll type this in, and we'll go live on Periscope. The link will go up on my Twitter and up on my Periscope as well, live from the Stoner Jesus Studio Complex. Whoops. Get back to where I was. There we go. Stoner Jesus Show podcast. That was, of course, Weed News. Get our Weed News from Cannabis Facts on Twitter. That's Cannabis Facts with a Z. Stoner Jesus Show podcast recorded live on November 11th, 2015 on Cannabis Radio on Spreaker. Podcast on stonerjesus.net, cannabisradio.com, and, of course, many other places like Stitcher, iTunes, and iHeart. It's awesome. Ask Stoner Jesus on Periscope coming up.
Stoner Jesus Show on CannabisRadio.com.
The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas, everything Planet Everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Cincinnati can go to Hemptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planet Everywhere is .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Hemptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Hemptations or Hemptations2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our Planet Everywhere, but it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having Hemptations.
The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you by Gigawax Vaporizers. Check out the Gigawax banner on stonerjesus.net. And make sure you follow Gigawax on Twitter. Gigawax Vaporizers were designed with artists, DJs, producers, musicians, and music lovers in mind. It's quite unique. It has a slim profile, a quartz coil, and it's available in 6 colors. Buy before January 1st, 2016 at the awesome low price of $49.99. It's Gigawax Vaporizer pens. Check out that Gigawax banner on stonerjesus.net.
Great websites today need expert web design and development and need to be e-commerce ready and mobile friendly. But building a marketable and profitable website can be an uphill climb. Ready to make your new website or replace your existing website? Think Orange as the new way to get in the black. Orange Hill Development works with Fortune 500 companies and offer the same top quality development service at a fraction of what other providers charge. Brands like Absolute, Carlsberg, and Nestea trust Orange Hill Development. Find out why you should trust your website with Orange Hill. Contact Orange Hill for a consultation today at orangehilldevelopment.com.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every day. Medical marijuana is my last resort, and it helps me when all other drugs have failed. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back, everybody. Stoner Jesus Show podcast, recorded live on November 11th, 2015. We're doing Ask Stoner Jesus on Periscope. We're live from the Stoner Jesus Studio Complex. So if you're on there, you can ask Stoner Jesus. Use the hashtag, whatever. Retweet it on Twitter. Whoops. There we go. I was user error audio-wise. I fixed it. Caught it in time. Hell yeah. We got a few minutes for some Ask Stoner Jesus. If you're listening to this, you can go to, listen to the audio, rather, live. You go to Periscope at Stoner Jesus 420. You go to Twitter at Stoner Jesus 420. There's a link on there as well. At least there should be. I said, ask me questions, man. I got a few minutes for this shit. It's more of a live interaction. Stoner Review says, any plans to attend any cups or any cannabis events in the coming months? No plans. There are budgetary constraints involved. I'm nowhere near any of that shit.